Ladies and gentlemen, family, friends, and loved ones of the graduating class of 2025, please turn your attention to the center aisle. The Academy of Art University graduation ceremony is about to begin. And now the 2025 graduates. Please welcome President Elisa Stevens, department directors, and distinguished guests. Will everyone please be seated? Before we continue, I'd just like to ask, as a courtesy to all of our graduates and their families, that you turn off the ringer on your cell phones and that you remain seated for the duration of the ceremony. Thank you. Academy graduate candidates, guests, and friends of the Academy, on behalf of the Academy Board of Directors, President Elisa Stevens, Vice Presidents, Department Directors, faculty, and staff, I would like to welcome you today to the Spring 2025 Commencement Exercises of Academy of Art University, San Francisco. And we will begin, as it is our custom, with a look at our 2025 graduates. fun to see those pictures. And we'd like to thank all the graduates who submitted their own starring video moments. Our invocation today is offered by Father Thomas Martin, who serves as the administrator of St. Anthony of Padua in Menlo Park, an associate vicar for the Archdiocese of San Francisco.
President Stevens, distinguished guests, graduates, and your family and friends, I've been reminded today of the relationship that so many of you had with Monsignor Harry Schlitt. And when you spoke of him so lovingly and fondly, I became even more nervous. I don't have his sense of humor. I don't have his talents, but I will do my very best. And I want to thank you for recognizing such a good friend as Monsignor Schlitt. The great poet Walt Whitman wrote, "The new education, the true education, has not only to teach you mathematics, history, geography, science, it also has to teach you the real morality, aesthetics. I call aesthetics the real morality, sensitivity to feel the beautiful, because God comes as beauty. In a rose flower or in a lotus, in the sunrise or in the sunset, in the stars, the birds singing in the early morning or in the dewdrops, a bird on the wing. True education has to bring you closer and closer to nature, because only by coming closer to nature will you be coming closer and closer to God," unquote. Over these past years, each of you graduates has expressed your sensitivity of the beautiful. You have unleashed the inner realm of your imagination to create, to bring to living expression the talents with which each of you has been richly endowed. You have drawn one another and so many others to see new and wondrous expressions of beauty. You have been mentored and encouraged and accompanied in the unlocking of dreams and now realized as you celebrate this milestone day in your lives. As you give context and meaning to beauty in all that you do and all of its many manifold expressions, may you accompany those you encounter to see wonder and awe, to reclaim sensitivity to the divine, and leaving this chapter of your life to begin another. You go buoyed by hopes and aspirations, self-knowledge and confidence, and perhaps even a little fright and fear. May you continue to experience true education, which knows no limits nor bounds, guided by the morning star, which gives breath and love to life. We bless you as you take leave and trust that you will make a difference in the world, to learn and to teach, to give and to serve, to bring joy and laughter, to inspire hope, and to be hope-filled, to leave your mark. Long after this day recedes, may the thousands of encounters you will experience leave those whom you meet with this enduring sentiment: we are blessed that you came our way. Godspeed to you all, and can we get a rousing amen? It wasn't Father Harry, but I gave him my best shot.
And now the president of Academy of Art University, Elisa Stevens.
Good afternoon to the graduating class of 2025. This is the first day of your new lives as professional artists and designers, and it's my privilege to be the first to congratulate you. Congratulations. Hundreds of guests and supporters are here to honor your achievement. They're the people who have helped you to this day with their encouragement, their love, and care. They'll tell you that this is your day, and it is, but really it's their day too, their reward for all that they have done for you. And I think they deserve a big collective expression of your heartfelt thanks. I'm talking about your loved ones, your families, and all your support system. This is Diploma Day. Today, we enshrine your achievement on a piece of paper, and we award it to you one by one in front of your peers, family, and friends. But the fact is, very few people can understand what this piece of paper really represents. This piece of paper represents your considerable achievement. This paper represents countless hours worked to gain a tangible skill set that you can use in your careers. It represents an understanding of the fundamental rules of art and design. It represents rigorous attention to production and craft. For those who don't understand all that went into earning this degree, you have something of far greater value than a piece of paper, something you made all by yourself. And I'm talking, of course, about your portfolio. That's the true measure of all you have done at the Academy of Art University, all that you have learned, and yes, all that you have suffered. Your portfolio is what makes you special. People outside the arts may not understand, but arts education isn't like other kinds of education, especially at the high level you have reached. It's part apprenticeship, it's part trial by fire. It's learning tradition and technique through imitation and repetition. It's simply mastering your craft. It's about defying the ordinary and creating the extraordinary. For artists, as you know, all that really matters is the work. And that's why your work, virtually everything you've created while you've been here, has been put up on an easel, a wall, or the screen, or the runway, or a stage, put on display for your instructors and peers to respond to, critique, analyze, and judge. That's how you have suffered. But as you'll discover, it was worth it. From this tough love, you have learned both your craft and the courage to pursue it. You have learned to listen, accept, change, and move forward. You have grown as artists and designers. It may not seem like it at the time, but these critiques of your work are a gift, pure and simple, from people who have put their hearts and souls into helping you develop and flourish as artists. They ask no thanks, but I think they deserve some anyway. And of course, I'm talking about your instructors at the Academy of Art University. And rather than asking them to stand and be recognized, let's all of us stand to honor these passionate, dedicated instructors, your mentors. Please stand. To my right and to my left. Please be seated. With degree and portfolio in hand, you are now professional artists and designers. But I won't say that you're finished artists. For most, mastering a craft is a lifelong pursuit. And if you're lucky, you never will be finished. The beauty of the career you've chosen, or that most likely has chosen you, is that it will keep you constantly evolving. You are never finished learning, working, and growing. Artists as creative people need each other. They inspire each other. And in the best sense, they irritate each other. They make each other better. And together, they rise to new heights and open new frontiers in their fields. That's our wish and hope for every member of the community that makes up the Academy of Art University family. And although we say farewell today, we're not saying goodbye. Starting this week, we are showcasing many of your talents to top firms and internationally known brands at the Academy's annual Spring Show event at 601 Brannan, both in person and virtually for this next entire year. This showcase is a phenomenal way to connect with industry, secure jobs, and network with your fellow students and alumni. As the newest members of the Alumni Association, you are all official lifetime members of our community. And we welcome you to join our vibrant Alumni Association, and you will unlock a world of exclusive benefits. You'll be able to fuel your career with access to our curated job board, packed with exciting opportunities across the creative spectrum. Sharpen your skills with workshops, seminars, and expert guidance on resumes, portfolio, and interview techniques. Attend exclusive events and workshops and stay connected to our worldwide network of alumni through our monthly newsletter. To become a part of this powerful network, you can join the Academy of Art Alumni Association today. Go to our website, academyart.edu, and search Alumni Association and click to register. Looking ahead, we all know that AI is going to have a massive impact on the creative workplace. But rather than fear it or shy away, I encourage you to embrace it. Use AI as your creative partner, a supercharged tool that can help your imagination soar to new heights. Some of you have already started preparing for this future, taking one of our or more of our 20+ AI-focused classes and building that work into your portfolio. For those of you graduating today who may not have had the chance, know this: you don't have to face this new world alone. You're always welcome back. Come take a class, join a free alumni workshop, keep exploring, keep evolving. Your creativity brought you here, and it will carry you forward. With this beginning, this commencement of everything you have equipped yourself to do, it's time to get out of here and do it. There is no better time to bring your skill, artistry, and expertise to the world of art and design. The world is hungry for creativity and craft, and you will feed this hunger. And when that happens, success happens. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
Now we'd like to show you some of our outstanding students' work from this past year. Doctorate of Humane Letters is the highest degree conferred by this university. This year, we are honoring an exceptional individual who has enriched our community, enriched the world of art and design, and enriched the world in which we live. Peter Adams was raised in Los Angeles in a family deeply connected to Southern California's vibrant, creative, social, and business circles. From the outset, his parents supported his decision to pursue a career as a fine artist. While art schools of the time emphasized abstraction and conceptualism, Peter was drawn to a traditional path. As a child, he was captivated by illustrated books featuring Golden Age artists like N.C. Wyeth and Edmund Dulac. His admiration later expanded to 19th century academic masters, including Bouguereau, Gérôme, and Alma-Tadema. Driven by his passion, Peter completed a 7-year apprenticeship under classical painter Theodore N. Lukatz. At 27, he launched a solo career at a time when the traditional art market had all but disappeared. His perspective deepened during 2 6-month plein-air journeys through Asia. In 1993, Peter became the 44th president of the historic California Arts Club. And with the support of his wife, Elaine, he revitalized the century-old institution, expanding its reach and advancing the realistic movement nationwide. Under his leadership, the gold medal exhibitions evolved into a national standard for excellence in traditional fine art. In 2003, Peter and Elaine founded American Legacy Fine Arts to further champion traditional art. His work has been featured by the Autry, Bowers, Hilbert, and Pacific Asia museums, as well as the Los Angeles Opera. A notable commission includes his 14 Stations of the Cross at the Caruso Catholic Center at USC. Today, he is recognized for over 4 decades of artistic excellence. Let's now take a look at some of Peter Adams' exquisite work.
Costumes, figures, music, lighting. Opera affords me great visual excitement that exercise my imagination and brings me to a sense of awe and fantasy. And that's what I like to bring to my artwork too. I have many different approaches when I start a painting. I usually like to find something that is somewhat ephemeral. That means something that only lasts for a few seconds. The same thing in landscape. When I'm painting a landscape and I'm painting the clouds or the river or a part of it, I look for parts where my imagination can take a play. So that I'm just not copying like you would a photograph. I can add to what is in front of me. And then I try to create with the lighting a kind of mood. In some cases, either very dramatic or sometimes very quiet and lyrical. It depends on the mood that I'm trying to create, and that depends somewhat on the story that I'm trying to tell. For some reason, I am very much drawn to myth and mythology, to religion. There is so much that fascinates me, the legends and the stories of the past and of history. More recently, I've been very much involved with Christian work. I love painting stories from the Bible. That's a very exciting part of what I like to do. But for me, the great moment is the resurrection of Christ. Rudyard Kipling wrote a poem, "When Earth's last picture is painted and the tubes are twisted and dried, we shall rest, by faith we shall need it, till the master of all good workmen shall set us to work anew. And only the master shall praise us, and only the master shall blame, and nobody will work for money, and no one will work for fame. But each for the joy of the working, and each from his or her distant star will paint the thing as he sees it, for the God of things as they are."
Peter Adams, please rise to receive the degree of Doctorate of Humane Letters.
So you stand here and I'm going to say some magic words. Peter Adams, by virtue of the authority granted by the charter to the Academy of Art University from the state of California, and by the powers vested in me by the governing board, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctorate of Humane Letters with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto, and thank you for your contribution to the arts. And then we have a picture right there.
Boy, what an honor. I'm so touched. In fact, I'm in tears. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Stevens. I want to thank Elizabeth Stevens, the board of the Academy, David and Tina File, who put this wonderful video together. You're really wonderful. We've become very good friends. David, thank you for doing that. And I want to thank my lifelong friend, Craig and Anna Nelson, too. Who have done so much for not only you artists here at the Academy, but for our California Art Club, too. You've supplied us with some of the great artists of our club, and we can't thank you enough. Our California Art Club has 14 chapters, and one of our most active chapters is our San Francisco chapter, and we hope to do a lot more with our northern participants and with the school too. I'll tell you something about the Academy of Art University. I love this school. I really, really do. It teaches traditional art. You heard about my life when I was starting out. There was no one that was doing this type of art. Very, very few. And none of the schools were teaching it. You know, all the art schools that are so well and such high prestige, the graduates couldn't draw. It was really pathetic. And then Craig came here, and you and a number of other artists turned this place around, and it was incredible. And you all are so fortunate. I spent 7 years with my teacher, but I think you probably got more from your studies in your time with the Academy than I did. So you've got so much to recommend yourselves, and I know you're going to go forward. You know, I can look at all of you out in the audience, and I can see that every single one of you knows something that I don't know. I'm up here giving the talk, but each one of you has some particular amount of knowledge or wisdom or something that is unique to you, and find what that is and work on that and keep that always active in your art if you possibly can. Try to find out where your passions are. You know, one artist said to me one time, a very famous anatomist, Joseph Shepard, in Pietrasanta in Italy. And he was also a wonderful painter and a sculptor. He's mostly known for his sculpture. He said, Peter, and he said to my wife Elaine, most people work all their lives so they can have a living so they can retire. But artists work so that they can have enough money to keep working. And that is it. There is a joy. You know, Father Martin, that was wonderful what you said. I almost thought, I don't have to give a speech. What you said was so perfect. There is a joy and a love, and you're doing something that is, you know, in essence, part of the Almighty, part of heaven. And you want to keep that and nurture that. For myself, I like to think outside the box a little bit and do things that perhaps are unique to me. When I was 31, I went on my first trip to Asia. I had met a young woman, and a very attractive young woman, and she said, Peter, let's go to India and buy some miniature paintings, and we'll come back to Los Angeles and we'll be able to sell them. And I thought, well, I don't know if that'll work, but okay, let's do it. Well, I found out that Bombay, or what they call Mumbai right now, was halfway around the world from Los Angeles. And TWA, or United Airlines, or American Airlines, I forget which it was, had a ticket that went around the world, and it was cheaper to go around the world, and you could stop just so that you kept going from west to east. So I went from Mumbai and went to Jaipur, and I picked up my friend Ida had given me $2,000 to collect paintings in Jaipur, India, and I collected some miniatures and carried them with me, and I just kept moving east little by little, and until finally I got to China. And China had just opened up. I was the first American artist to travel unescorted through China. And I landed in, went to Guangzhou first and then flew to Guilin. And at that time, you had to have someone that was a guide. And this guide met me, was a geologist. He said, first of all, why don't we extend your visa for 3 months and get these places, these different cities stamped on your visa so you can go there. Hangzhou and Suzhou and Shanghai and Beijing, many other places that I was able to go. And he gave me little cards to carry. And on one side of the card, it would have the English, because this is 1981. Not very many people spoke English in China. So it had the English on one side and the Mandarin on the other side. And so I'd show these cards, and they'd say, you know, I want what's good in your restaurant, what can I eat, or I want to stay in your hotel. And I was able to travel through 3 months through China that way. Interesting stories. Most of you can't see, but I'm a hairy man. I am very, very hairy. It's to my shame. I don't like it. Talk about thinking outside of the box. When I would go to the gym, I would take, if I had to take my shirt off, I figured out that I could cut little squares on my stomach, my hairy stomach, so they looked like I had a six-pack. And so I looked like I was really cut, and really ripped, so to speak. And so I can remember I was painting in Guilin, but this happened all over China. Usually I'm sitting down, working in pastel or gouache, sitting on the ground, and I have my arms exposed, and I feel this little wind on my arms. And what it is some old guy is right next to me blowing the hair on my arms to see if it was really it. And then I make a joke out of it. I pretend I was like Monkey. I go, like that, and run around, and they all thought it was very funny. I thought it was funny too, but anyway, they'd never seen a hairy person before. Well, I did it was kind of interesting because I would travel for 180 days for 6 months, and I'd come back with exactly 180 paintings, like a painting a day. Some paintings I wouldn't be able to get anything done. I'd be touring the town. Other times I'd be sick maybe a little bit. And then other times I would do 3 paintings a day. And I did this again in 1987 and went through Western China, Chengdu, Tibet, Dongguan, the Silk Route into Pakistan, Afghanistan, and finally Bhutan, and came back and we had a big art show. And I can't tell you, it was the biggest art show I'd ever done. I had 115 paintings in the exhibition in West Hollywood. And we figured we couldn't hold enough people in one night of openings, so we had 3 nights of openings. And so the first 2 nights I happened to sell very, very well. I was very fortunate. It wasn't exactly a sellout. We had 115 paintings, but I probably sold maybe 70 or 80 paintings. That was pretty good. I was really excited. So what I did was I didn't, the third night when we had the openings, I put on costumes that I picked up along my travels. I had a wig with braids that went down the middle of my back with black hair. And I had Rajasthani earrings that hung down over my head. And I had a Tibetan scholar cap on, and other things from Thailand and Burma and other places, Myanmar. And I noticed a very attractive young woman that came into my show that night with a friend of mine from the gym, and that ended up being Elaine, my wife. But she didn't know. We met, we talked for a moment at the gallery, and then I saw her 3 days later at the gym. And she said, and I said to her, "How did you like the art show?" And she said, "Wasn't the artist fantastic?" And I said, "I was the artist." And she said, "No, you weren't. You don't look anything like the artist. The artist had on long black hair and a braid and everything else." And so that was how I won my wife, was sort of thinking outside the box and doing something that was originally me. Now, I know with Craig and Anna, they are a couple that is so meaningful. And we all learn in school that 1 and 1 make 2, right, in first grade. But I really think that in my case and in Craig's case, 1 and 1 make 11, because I have the power with my wife Elaine to do much more than I could have done by myself. And I try every day to impress her, to try to do something to win her respect. But she said to me, "I've never been as proud as seeing you receive this award." So I want to thank the Academy, and Elise, thank you very, very much, and thank you all very much.
The Graduate Valedictorian Award is given to this year's graduate student with the highest academic achievement. Please welcome Master of Fine Arts Valedictorian Liz Gerger, Visual Development.
I'm speaking to a room full of masters. Wow, what an honor. Before I begin, I need to tell everybody that I just gave birth to my my first child 17 days ago. So if I seem slightly unhinged, don't worry, I am. But in a way, we've all just given birth, haven't we? We've gestated our skills, and the last semester has been a sort of labor, and we've shed blood, sweat, and tears to deliver our thesis, right? And just when we think we're done, someone hands us a baby with limited instructions on what to do from here. But what if the most valuable thing that we have to offer the world isn't any of our artistic skills, Before you get mad, I want to share a story. For most of my 20s, I had a job that a million designers would kill for at a very popular entertainment company. When asked that question, "So what do you do for work?" I could watch them be instantly impressed and never have to admit that I was utterly miserable. There was this nagging voice in the back of my head screaming at me that I was more than just my skills, that I might even have something to say. Ugh, how inconvenient. I tried everything, but no amount of side hustling, bodybuilding, or dieting would make that voice go away. The only thing left to do was to trust it. And now here we are, stepping out from the safety of school into a world of uncertainty. But I have 3 pieces of really good news. Number 1 is that self-trust is a muscle that can be built. The more we exercise it, the easier it gets. The day I quit my very cool job, it felt like I had just jumped off a cliff. Little did I know that it would allow me to truly meet myself for the first time. When faced with uncertainty, knowing and trusting deep down that we'll be okay, that's the difference between falling and flying. Good news number 2, resilience never feels good. Liz, that's not good news. It is, and I'll tell you why. Because the times in our lives where we had to be the most resilient are the ones we'll look back on with the most pride. When my old colleagues started families and got promotions, I was watching my savings account dwindle and painting so many still lifes, I wanted to scream. My husband, bless him, would have to mop me up from a puddle multiple times a week until I started seeing pieces of my soul in my work and eventually started winning awards. Resilience is marketed as strength, but when we're actually being resilient, it feels a whole heck of a lot like weakness. It's the part of our favorite character's story when all seems lost and they find the grit to keep going. So if after graduation it feels like we're riding the struggle bus, we're well on our way to becoming our own favorite character. And finally, good news number 3. Our skills are the least interesting thing about us. That's a weird thing to say to a room full of masters, Liz. I busted my ass for these skills, and you did, and you're very good. But how good? Good enough to be paid what you're worth when AI can do it instantly and for free? Maybe, for now. But what happens when our skills lose value? This school showed me that my story is the most valuable thing I have to offer. It's our unique perspective and human crunchiness that makes our work distinctly ours. Oscar Wilde said, "Experience is the name we give our mistakes." And if that's true, my time at ArtU has made me so grateful for the years I spent doing the wrong thing, for the pain and the deep insecurities that made me feel like I needed to be something I wasn't. There's no algorithm for that experience. So as I stand before you, held together by duct tape and caffeine, I'm telling you that your unique perspective is the one thing that cannot be taken away from you. That it is our duty as artists to have the most human experience we possibly can, to trust ourselves, to be resilient, and to have a story. Thank you for sharing this part of your story with me. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Each year, the Academy is proud to recognize outstanding alumni for their contributions to art and design. The Distinguished Alumni Award is given to these alumni for their leadership, integrity, success, and significant commitment to creative excellence and innovation. Ens Olcay moved to the United States from his native Turkey to study at Academy of Art University in the pursuit of his master's degree in interaction and UI/UX design. Ence discovered his passion, designing digital experiences for automobiles. Following his graduation in 2018, Ence spent the next 7 years at Volkswagen Group Innovation Center, California. In his role as a product designer, he led the design of future-facing companies for brands like Volkswagen, Audi, Porsche, Bentley, and Lamborghini. He's particularly proud of his work that his team accomplished for the Bentley project, which pushed the boundary of vehicle interfaces. Ence recently joined Uber as a product designer, focusing on rider experiences. He's excited to be contributing to a team that's shaping how people will move through the cities of the future. Over the past 3 years, Ence has also found great personal reward playing forward what he learned at the Academy of Art University. He teaches online classes in product design and typography for Kaz University in Istanbul. Ence lives in Redwood City with his wife, Carlise. When he's not working or teaching, Ence enjoys collecting art and typography books and playing video games. He does his best problem solving on his daily walks and feels most energized when working on unexpected problems with no clear roadmap, where every project pushes him into new territory. Now let's take a look at some of Ence Olcay's innovative work.
I first studied psychology, but then I realized I want to apply my understanding of human behavior in the tech space. I ultimately decided to pursue a master's degree at the Academy of Art University so I can reach a world-class level in the field. Sponsored classes at the Academy were instrumental in helping me build a strong portfolio, which then led me to land my dream job. Sponsored projects taught me to think holistically and consider the full user journey, not just isolated touch points. First, I developed the mindset that exceptional design takes time and relentless effort. I dedicated hundreds of hours and iterated thousands of times to refine the Bentley curated experience. On the Bentley project, we didn't just design a vehicle interface. We had to extend the experience to multiple environments, such as your living room or your gym that you're going to, or to the car. And we extended to multiple platforms, such as your mobile device or your smartwatch or CarPlay. I was also introduced to teamwork across disciplines. Big ideas aren't built alone. Working on Bentley meant collaborating across continents with iOS developers, project managers, vehicle engineers, stakeholders, and other fellow designers. AI is often described as the future of our industry. Ultimately, the role of a designer will continue to evolve. We will have to observe how these changes unfold. But I remain committed to staying adaptive and creative through it all.
You can see why we're so proud of our alumni. And Soljai, please rise to receive your award. Congratulations on your contribution to art and design. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. Academy of Art University's Acting Chief Academic Officer Eileen Everett will now present the degrees. And I'd like to remind you first that a professional photograph of each student will be taken during the ceremony. Also, I want to note that as I announce each school, there will be a short music cue, which was produced by students here at the Academy from the School of Music Production and Sound Design for Visual Media. And of course, we will begin with our graduate valedictorian, Liz Gerger, Visual Development. Let's begin with the Master of Fine Arts and the Master of Arts in Acting. Michael Houston Bowman. Gigi Casielsao. Roosevelt Rosie Green. Chuer, the cutest princess, Chu Han Huang. Taylor Morris. Mr. Joel Ochoa. Yolian Junana Ting. Dong Yuang. Winter Rain. Bamiki Kaita. And those are our graduates with the Master of Fine Arts in Acting. And now the Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Motion Pictures and Television. Wenjie Lee. Nathan Wu. Hey, thank you. Eduardo Canton Torres. Nadim Carano. Sartak Luke. China Love. Sean Harvis. Yash Takar. And those are our Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Motion Picture and Television. Next, you'll be introduced to the Master of Architecture and Master of Arts in Architecture. Bhavik Shah. Hulin G. Gabriel Webb. Delvin Mwende. Mahalakshmi Chandrasekhara. Lucero Alejandra Dubon Bujorquez. Danush Pubala. And those are our Master of Arts and Master of Architecture. Now the Master of Fine Arts and the Master of Arts in Interior Architecture and Design. Alexei Evtiv. Christopher Lin. Candace Mayo. Jamar Coleman. Vedya Kaya. Nayama Chanel Creer. Angelique Wallace. Catherine Groves. Virginia Gettelfinger. Sarah Huval. Allison Neuroth. Noel DiStefano. Catherine Mullick. Daisy Cui. Jing Liu. Rutuja Gofen. Parisa Ahmad. Lisa Klein. Dominique Pratt. Anting Liu. Disha Tomar. Anushka Joshi. Sing-Yun Lee. Valentina Lugo. Katerina Marin Meyer. Mungantulga Balgir. And those are our graduates with the Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Interior Design and Architecture. Now we move on to the Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Landscape Architecture. Yumeng Tai. And she is the only graduate representing the Master of Fine Arts in Landscape Architecture. Next category is the Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Industrial Design. Anurag Shetty. Jay Kim. Ka Jun Chung. Ho San Chan. Shang Yang. Lawrence Saint Ongjae. And those are our candidates, Master of Fine Arts in Industrial Design. The next category is the Master of Arts and Master of Fine Arts in Fashion. Suti Weng. Jiaqi Liu. Iga Deng. Rajvi Jasiwala. Vidushi Bansal. Kanishka Yadav. Nasir Dowdo. Donjane Lyons. Ronnie Fleming. Daria Matthias. Kailani Coleman. Camille Colon Sanchez. Diego Diaz. Tiana Corbett. Yichen Zhang. Jingyu Li. Maria G. Parra. Jose Medina Olguin. Oluwafunso Adeyinka. Tanakia Magaski. Cameron Yvette Williams. Brisa Garcia. Chase Duval Champagne. Mel Lamore. Shannon Major. Martharine Olivia Angebo. Joyan Lee. Yujing Wang. Elizabeth Prokop. Holly Chohan. Diana Luque. And those are our graduates in fashion. Now we'll confer degrees for Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Jewelry and Metal Arts. Amy Shea. Vivian Bruno. Wesley Kreutz. And those are our three graduates in Jewelry and Metal Arts. Next, the Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Photography. Joseph McClure. Alexis Callahan. Bowen Sun. Alicia Borja. Krenes Harrell. And those are our Master of Arts and Master of Fine Arts in Photography. The Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Interaction and UV UX Design. UI UX Design, excuse me. Xuyang Wang. Hongjin Wang. Zhongli Dai. Lauren Amelia Doherty. Xiaomin Dai. Rong Kong. Felicia Dharmawan. Hilda Wong. Shanae Chu. Chakying Wong. Leah Reina Pasumbai. Rasha Shahood. Nita Sumantrao Agav. Nikita Dutta. Rhea Venkopal Pillai. Adam Bunce. Anara Alapaiva. Chi Shun Cho. Yuri Lim. Lalipatra Asawa Delakchai. Shiyu Lee. Roderick Ray Keith Fields. Keishin Ju. Yichi Yu. Meng Zhang. Ruyang Zhang. Divij Prakash. Nutra Romyanant. Shubika Gupta. Yu Cheng Lin. Hao Ron Wang. Yu Shi Zheng. Yu Xin Wang. Tian Zhao. Yu Xiao Liu. Xingjian Hu. Joying Chen. Bitna Ray Wu. Fan Xia. Yu Tung Lee. You got a fan club. Xiao Bei He. Haylin Kim. Haewon Lee. Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Interaction in UI, UX Design. Now we're just going to get the perspective from the other side of the room. Let's resume with the Master of Fine Arts and the Master of Arts in Advertising. Giulietta Murillo Lomelli. Yuni Jiao. Rachel Fan Zhang. Teddy Anha. Yani Su. Kasiel Yushin Yao. And those are our Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Advertising. Next up, we have Master of Arts in Communication and Media Technologies. Chandra Reed. Chi Mai. And that is it, just those two, communication and media technology. Now we move to Master of Arts, Master of Fine Arts in Graphic Design. Kayla Allen Vintamut. Shivam Patel. Cody Madaris. Amy Burke. Jaeyoon Kim. Ziyu Shi. Yang Lei. Yumo Wang. Yi Wei Li. Jasmine Chung. Xiaomeng Xie. Wengshuan Chen. Chang Xiao. Chang Shu. Jiayu Wang. Xiaoyu Yang. And those are our Master of Arts and Master of Fine Arts in Graphic Design. Master of Teaching and Master of Arts in Art Education. Casey Gurgila. Clarissa Chandra. And those are our two graduates in art education. Next up is Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Fine Art. Veronica Fasolino DeFore. Caitlin Pearson. Subankar Datta. Yicheng Zhang. Christina Rasmussen. Janice Adele Nelson. Priyanka Gawande. Jamie Fensell. Yana Shen. Erica Pasmandi Hagen. And those are our Master of Arts and Master of Fine Arts in Fine Art. And these are the people who worked hard to give you your sound cues today. The Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Music, Production, and Sound Design for Visual Media. Shunan Hu. Chia-Chi Shu. Eifel Yang Wang. Guangyan Gao. Gian Signorelli. Zeyun Lee. Ching Hai Yu. Sheng Xiang Wang. And those are our Master of Arts and Master of Fine Arts in Music Production and Sound Design for Visual Media. Next up is illustration. Mary Wyatt Moen. Maitha Al-Ali. Viet Dung Sylvie Pham. Avery Bailey. Iris Liu. And friend. Che Chia Young. Ju Young Lung. Joy Lung. Yan Fei Jiang. Zihan Ma. And those are our graduates with a Master of Arts, Master of Fine Arts in Illustration. Next up, we have animation and visual effects. Michael Calejo, Ying Tae Lee, Jasmine Rosadia, Brianna Mendoza, Candace Barker, Soraya Brashear Evans, Beverly Pan, Whitney Chow, Vuk Solowick, Vladimir Robin Yantas, Jose Francisco Rojas Gonzalez, Xinhui Pan, Yu Xin Peng. You're welcome. Nicole Tyndall, Pooja Upalapati, which is the name? That's top one? Vasantika Singh Chowdhury, Gabrielle von Sagern, Harpreet Chamdal, Megan Regan, Yizhen Yue, Shu Qing Si, Jia Yi Ma, Wai Zhengdong, Maxine Yu, Yen Mai, Manuel Julian Calderon Cordoba, Fan Zhang, Yun Jui Chen, Wayne Kang, Su Hui Yen, Yusaka Kimura, Sungjin Lee, Jimin Lee, Louis Russell Sr., Mei Yu Jing, and Shang Zhu. And give it up for them, degrees in animation and visual effects. Next up, we have the Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Game Development. Tianyi Wang, Fuyang Wang, Yunyang Li, Kyung Pyo Hong, Hong Jing Zheng, Yan Yang, Wendy Chow. Jaipech Vimutanant. Eva Kim. Min Hua Fang. Hock Kei Leung. Terapat Arunamchuk. Sujana Batula. Krupa Pokal. Mingchi Ji. Abhishek Mackay. Stephen Chin. Juan Guerrero. Joyce Weaver. Shu Yuan Shu. Is it Ray? Rhea Wu. Yishuan Wu. Xiaoran Chen. Nardaran Genk. Snehal Ladge. Sneha Sheila Ramesh. And give it up one time for Master of Fine Arts in Game Development. Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts now in Visual Development. Sushil Naladi. Anissa McGowan. Trisha Marie Porter. Arissa Joan Sablai. Rhea Dusen. Xiaohang Geng. Laura Hauk. Nicole Peoples. Ao Zhang. Tianfang Guo. Ha Young Moon. Ari Guo. Joanne Kang. Lillian Hurani. Yuta Kabori. Gareth Brewer. And that's it for Master of Fine Arts and Master of Arts in Visual Development. And finally, Master of Arts in Art History. Rosa Melgar. Will all the new candidates for the Master of Arts, Master of Architecture, Master of Arts in Teaching, and Master of Fine Arts degrees please stand? President Stevens, on behalf of the Board of Directors, Department Directors, and faculty, it is my pleasure to present the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts, Master of Architecture, Master of Arts in Teaching, and Master of Fine Arts in the field of Fine and Applied Arts.
By virtue of the authority granted by the Charter of the Academy of Art University from the state of California and the powers vested in me by the governing board, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts, Master of Architecture, Master of Arts in Teaching, and Masters of Fine Arts, certified by your faculty with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto, and declare that you are now ready to practice on an advanced level your chosen field in the fine and applied arts.
Graduates, congratulations. You may now move your tassels to the left. And please be seated. Father Thomas Martin will now close the commencement exercises with the benediction, after which we ask you all to rise once more and observe the recessional, which will be led by President Stevens.
Congratulations. I need to get a couple of new pairs of shoes. I like all the shoes you guys are wearing. Stylish and flashy. I'm not sure my Archbishop would like it, but that's okay. As we conclude this commencement, this end in a sense, but very much a beginning of your limitless future, may the Creator of all things guide you, be with you, and sustain you. May your comings and goings fill you with every grace and blessing. Again, congratulations and best of luck to each one of you. God bless and Godspeed.
Rise one last time and remain standing until the end of the recessional, after President Stevens, the directors, and distinguished guests have exited the auditorium. Please rise.